Man, this is live. Anything can happen. Man, this is live. Anything can happen.
And what if you fuck up?
Man, this is live. Anything can happen.
I'd be pissed scared I'd get a boner or fucking fart or something.
Man, this is live. Anything can happen.
Shut the fuck up, man. You're making me nervous.
We're ready to go. I think we're ready to go. I think I'm ready to go now. I don't know what happened there. I always gotta be a glitch when I get ready to do this, right? Well, we are live. And let me see if I got the pop chat open here. Pop your chat. Pop that chat. Pop that chat. Woo! Don't you love when you pop that chat? Yeah, I got the chat popped. Got the chat popped. We're gonna do Star Wars for about an hour. We're gonna talk Star Wars. We're gonna talk lightsabers, read super chats, maybe some regular chats. No telling what we're going to do. And I think next week I'm going to talk about Marvel Star Wars comics. Because I love the Marvel comics. Do you? Really do enjoy those Marvel comics. But I figure I'd give you my top 10 Star Wars lightsaber fights. Now these are going to be the fights lightsaber to lightsaber. For some reason the Disney movies don't like to have movies where they fight lightsaber to lightsaber. Has Disney done any movie where there's two people fighting each other with a lightsaber? I guess a few seconds here and there. But it's one thing, although I don't bash the Disney movies too much, they sure didn't give us lightsaber battles. And then guess we'll talk about whose lightsaber do you like? I'm curious of what you guys think of whose lightsaber handle do you like, or maybe what's your favorite color of a lightsaber. Some colors I would like to see. White, but I think we saw that in The Mandalorian with Ahsoka Tano. I think hers was kind of white. Yellow I always wanted to see because of the Luke Kenner figure. Saw that in Rise of Skywalker. Maybe a black lightsaber. I remember there was a comic or one of the early books where they had a lightsaber. I think it was a comic. One that had a lightsaber duel underwater. I think now today with today's technology, you might be able to pull that off. I'm curious of what that would look like. A lightsaber fight in water. That would probably be pretty cool. Now my favorites are of course the old school. Something about the original trilogy. I like those lightsaber fights the best because it's just two people fighting with a sword. When the prequels came and the new stuff, people's jumping and flipping and it's cool and everything, but it's a little too much sometimes. You know, I know the original movies kept it real, so let's look at my top 10. Top 10 now, not top 100. Top 10 lightsaber to lightsaber fight. Are you ready? We're going to do it. And I think you can probably guess what's number 1. But number 2 might surprise you. I don't know. Some people give me grief for number 2, so we'll see. But here's my top 10 lightsaber fights. Okay, starting number 10, Obi-Wan Kenobi versus General Grievous. Not a bad fight here. It's not one of the best, but it's certainly not one of the worst. I just kind of missed the whole Jedi versus Sith thing. This is the first one, at least I can think of, has a non-Sith character fighting a lightsaber battle. I don't think it's the only other time it's been done, right? Maybe in the newer movies, which never really had any lightsaber battles, not lightsaber on lightsaber. So that's why you won't see them on this list. It's not a statement on the new movies. But anyway, General Grievous here, he wasn't as menacing as I hope he would be in this movie. So that's why it's number 10. And number 9, we have Anakin and Obi-Wan versus Count Dooku, Part 2. This is from Revenge of the Sith here. I really like this fight here. I think it's really choreographed good and everything. Looks really good. Some of the CGI, when they're throwing them around and tossing them and stuff, doesn't really look that good. Didn't even look that good at the time. So I kind of you know, the original movies didn't have so much of the special effects needed, throwing people around and stuff, which I kind of they kind of went overboard with it with the prequels, but that seems to be on par with the prequels. I mean, look outside that window at all the stuff going on out there. Just really, really overdid every little thing, but it's not a bad fight. I like it. And the two arms cut off. I mean, what a great little thing. And then his head gets cut off also. Number 8. Well, there they are again. Obi-Wan Anakin versus Dooku at number 8 here. Anakin's going to come in this clip soon too. I counted them all as one fight instead of separating them, because they kind of fight on their own here. But still, I counted them as the two versus Count Dooku. I think it would have been neat if they had Obi-Wan lose an arm or a leg right here. And of course, you could say, well, he didn't have a fake one in the originals. Well, we don't know. He could have had a fake leg. Well, you wouldn't know if he did. They did let him get cut, but I think it would have just made it a little bit more, made more tension, because you go in thinking nothing's going to happen to Obi-Wan. We know Obi-Wan. He's going to be good. And he loses a limb would make it a little bit more thrilling and a little bit more, okay, maybe they're going to do stuff we're not expecting. Of course, Anakin loses an arm here, and I like how cocky Anakin is in this one. You can really, if you watch this fight, how he's, no, I take him now, and then go back and watch Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon fight Darth Maul. You can see the difference between Obi-Wan and Anakin, where they're roughly about maybe the same age here. Obi-Wan's probably a little older, but he's, you know, you can tell he's working with Qui-Gon Jinn more. Number 7, Yoda versus Dooku. I like this one a lot. I don't know if I like this one as much now as I did back when it first came out. I don't know. Yoda flipping all around. I can't really think of a way you would do Yoda as a lightsaber fighter without him jumping all around. But I think he jumps a little bit around a little bit too much here. But I do have it at number 7, so it's not like I hate it or anything here. It's just, when you watch the movie, the lightsaber, you got a long lightsaber battle, and then you have them. Number 6, Yoda's back, and he's flipping around fighting Emperor. Maybe I question myself putting this at number 6. The Emperor kind of bothers me. He kind of makes weird jabbings with his lightsaber. He does it when he fights Mace Windu also. But I like the scene here. I like, I like the setting of the lightsaber fight. I like where he throws these Senate pods at Yoda and everything. So I really like the look of this fight here. That's why I have it at number 6, I believe is where I'm at. Number 6, right? Yeah, there's the Emperor. Number 5, Anakin versus Obi-Wan. Or is that Darth Vader versus Obi-Wan, I guess. It's a fight that we've thought about, talked about, debated for years and years, and we finally did get to see it. It's a little too long, if you ask me. I don't know. It's not one of my favorites. Like, I got it at number 5, so apparently I don't hate it. I was hoping for a little bit more. It seems just go on. There's one part where they just twirl lightsabers without touching lightsabers. I never really got that, why they did that. It was kind of silly to me. It goes on, I wouldn't say it goes on too long, but it's just, it's a lot of punching and fighting and kicking and lightsaber fights. And I guess being that there's no real tension that we know from the first movie that Anakin's gonna lose, he's gonna get burned. So maybe that's why it's a little less tension. There they are fighting. There they are. Where the lightsabers never touch. I guess it looks good, or it looks good to some people here. I don't think it looked good to me, but I like they're using the Force. So it's kind of neat, but just that's all that CGI flipping and jumping around. It looks like a video game more than fighting, but it's not bad. Number 4, the first of the original trilogy lightsabers fight. This is Anakin versus Vader. Some people will say, well, why didn't you put Palpatine in here? But it's just the Emperor doesn't use a lightsaber. But Luke and Vader fighting each other. This was a really good, climactic. It led up to 3 movies. Very good scene. I like that there is some tension between them. It's not just fighting. You can tell Luke really is starting to give into his anger here, which is something you haven't seen. And then you get Vader losing a hand also. So that's pretty cool. And he says he's not going to be like Anakin. He throws his saber. Luke loves to throw sabers. Number 3, back to the prequels. This is amazing. I love this fight scene, and the Duel of Fates music with it just makes it so much better. There's Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon, you see them working together more than... See, watch when he nods his head. See, he fools him and then he jumps. See, Anakin and Obi-Wan never could do that because Anakin was such a hothead. But I really love the look of this. I love the light. Now, it's a little too choreographed where it seems almost like they're dancing. I mean, everything looks too planned. But it's not that bad because it's just everything so right with the scene makes up for that. I mean, first you got Darth Maul. Who doesn't love Darth Maul? I love the setting here. The little energy things. I'm not really sure exactly what they are, but I just love everything about this. And it's in The Phantom Menace, probably one of my least favorite movies. This right here makes up for it. It's a very good fight scene. There's Obi-Wan coming to help Qui-Gon Jinn. So it's pretty good. Where are we at now? Number 2. I don't care what you say. A lot of people give me grief for this one here. Number 2, close to number 1. One of my favorite fights. Obi-Wan versus Vader. Old Obi-Wan. I guess we'll call him Ben Kenobi for this one. Fighting Darth Vader. I love this scene. And this has the best dialogue between people fighting each other. This shows that you don't need jumping around. You don't need throwing each. Okay, starting number 10, Obi-Wan Kenobi versus General Grievous. Not a bad fight here. It's not one of the best, but it's certainly not one of the worst. Always something. The video cut off at my number 2. What happened? What happened? Hold on, guys. I'm going to see if I can bring it up. Hold on, guys. I'm going to check something really quick. Okay, starting number 10, Obi-Wan Kenobi versus General Grievous. Not a bad fight here. It's not one of the best, but it's certainly not one of the worst. I just kind of missed the whole Jedi versus Sith thing. This is the first. Okay, starting number 10, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Okay, sorry, you missed my number 1. After all that, I don't know what happened. Hey, like I said at the beginning of this, it's live. Anything can happen. So let's talk about number 1. First, number 2. Let me finish talking about it. Vader, Obi-Wan, or Ben Kenobi. I love this lightsaber scene. Why? There's not no jumping around. Ain't no hooping and hollering. Ain't no using the Force. Ain't no flipping upside down and everything. It's just 2 guys fighting. I love it. I wish they would do more of this, but I know that's not the way. Now, you're going to do a lightsaber battle. Somebody's going to be flipping and standing on their head and doing jumping jacks and all that. Probably throwing a lightsaber up and catching it behind their back and doing tricks and everything. I just like a good old fight. It's like fencing. Vader, Obi-Wan, that's a great fight. And number 1, I don't think it's a surprise. I know the video cut off and everything, but I'm sure it's the number 1. Most of you think this is number 1 or at least number 2. Vader, Luke, Empire Strikes Back. I mean, come on. How can you not love that fight scene? Luke's giving his all, although Vader's kind of teasing him, holding the saber with one hand. Vader can take him at any time, but he wants Luke to give into that anger. He wants to push Luke to the edge. And he's just toying with him most of the time. But then by the end, Luke's standing his own ground. Vader now holding the saber with both hands. And Luke is really matching max with Darth Vader. Can you believe it? And of course his hand gets sliced off. And here at least he yells and screams. But I don't know if he's yelling and screaming because they find out who his dad was. No one ever seems to really get hurt when you cut off limbs. The Wampa, I guess, that and screamed like that. But do you see Dooku? Dooku got both hands cut off and he just went. That was it. No, oh my God. You think just even if it didn't have any pain, just seeing your hands fall off? I think it would be more than just, oh, well, I'll be damned. Now I can't masturbate. You think it'd be more than that? Anyway, that's a look at my top 9 because the video cut off. Oh, damn live streams. I could start all over, but you don't want to hear all number 10 again. So number 1, Vader, Luke Skywalker fight. Oh, I love it. So Let's talk lightsabers really quick. Was there anything more cool than when you first saw the lightsaber? Remember that? Going to see Star Wars? I saw it in 1977. Most of my memories probably re-released around 79, maybe 82, but I can remember. I don't think anyone as a kid left that theater without going. You wanted a light. I never left a movie and wanted something from a movie so bad. Now, there's other things in movies I'm sure I would want, but I don't know any kid that didn't want I don't know any adult that doesn't want a lightsaber. If they found out some way to make a real lightsaber, it would be the hottest thing ever. Get it? Hot, the blade would be hot. Everybody loves a good lightsaber. Man. Now, of course, we had Luke's. I always think it's yellow, but it's not. It's blue. Obi-Wan and Vader. We only saw 3 lightsabers, 2 of them in action in the first movie. Now, what's my favorite handle? Where you hold the lightsaber. I know somebody's going to tell me it's not a handle. It's not a handle, junk man. I'm going to say handle, okay? What's your favorite one? Mine is probably the Luke Skywalker Anakin one. The one that Anakin had. Luke took over. The one that's been through all the movies and everything. I just love the look of that one. I love the Vader look. The Vader one's pretty good. Jedi Luke, I'm okay with it. I've got the toy one of it, the Master's replica of it. It doesn't feel as good when you're holding it. Obi-Wan's, I really enjoy Obi-Wan's. It's a good looking one. When we got into the prequel eras, the handles, that just didn't do it for me as much. Now I like Dooku's kind of because it's bent. I wanted the FX Saber of it, never did get it, could never find that one. Mace Windu, of course, with the purple lightsaber. The handle I don't like here. I got the one I have. Feels awkward when you're holding it. Again, the best one for me to hold and swing around is the Luke Skywalker one, and I just love the look of that one. Well, actually, out of those master replica lightsabers, the best one to hold around and spin is the Yoda one because it's so small. And I like little Yoda's handle. It's simple and everything. And then you have Darth Maul. 2 blades, right? I got the FX. I got the master replica of that too, and I'm missing the little thing in the middle to screw it back together. So if anybody knows where I can get that, just that part, let me know so I can hook them both together. For some reason, the blades had faded. Now they make the blades come off on the Hasbro one, so that's pretty neat. Nothing. The handle part of the Darth Maul ones, not anything really special there. But again, there's no kid that went to see this movie back in the day, back when this came out, and didn't want a lightsaber. Sure, you wanted to be Han Solo. Sure, you would like to shoot a Han Solo pistol. Sure, you want to do your hair like Princess Leia, right? We all wanted to do that. And we wanted a vest like Greedo. But the most important thing about them all, we wanted a lightsaber. Who didn't ever take that roll of wrapping paper tube when you were done wrapping Christmas presents and swinging it around, hitting your brother on the head and stuff until it unraveled? And then, like I said in another video, then you had nunchucks to play with. Oh, let's check over here and see if anybody's... This is live. Anything could happen. That's right, Rogue Comics. And we saw that. My #1 video didn't show up, so... Oh, lightsaber. Hey, Junkman, I always love your videos. Thank you, James. They did make one. Okay, I don't know. I missed that one here. The Hacksmith made a real lightsaber. A real lightsaber. You telling me someone made a real lightsaber? I'm gonna have to add bull shenanigans on that one. I don't know. Okay, Jumpman, do you remember the original plastic lightsaber in 1983 that made the noise? Yes, I think that was actually released in 1980 with The Empire Strikes Back. It's odd for Star Wars. They just did the blow-up Q ones. From what I remember, top of my head, I think I did a video on it where Lucas didn't want anyone getting hurt. So they came up with the balloon one. But then later, I guess Lucas said, screw it, let the kids get hurt as long as their parents buy lightsabers. So he had the swoosh action. It was at the very top, it was just a little X cut into it. Well, actually it popped up out of it where the wind would catch it. And it was pretty damn cool. You swing that and made that. But I don't know why they couldn't make one that went down into the handle. That wasn't until the 90s. And when the 90s did it, it still popped up about this much a lightsaber. But then in the late 90s, early 2000s, you could push it all the way down. I don't know why. It's just like an antenna. I don't know why that was so hard for them to come up with. It doesn't seem like that hard. And you think, well, maybe it was just a money issue, but why in the 90s did it go almost all the way down, but left about this much of the saber of the handle? And then we're going to talk about what's the worst toy? No, okay, maybe not the worst, because that blow-up lightsaber is pretty bad. But I wish I had a picture of it. I didn't know I was going to talk about it. 1985, the Droids line released a lightsaber that you could play with. Cool looking handle. Says Droids on it. I don't know if there was any lightsabers in Droids. It had to have been, I'm sure. But when you slung it out and the blade came out, the blade was, let's say this was the lightsaber handle, right? The blade probably came up about this big. That's it. Now I've seen pictures of it and you think, oh, well, that's just how it looked in the box. Oh, that's how it looks. It's not extended. No, it comes up like this high. It don't even look like it was like a lightsaber dagger. And for some reason your sister would always sneak into your room at night and take it. And you're like, give me back my lightsaber. She didn't even like Star Wars, but she always want to sneak around and get my lightsaber. Okay, Imperial Dignitary had a lightsaber with a double bong. I think that was Jake from Jay and Silent Bob fame. Bespin is Safari Suit Luke. Okay, Count Dooku was the coolest with the I like that curve look. At least that was something different. And it had that little blade thing over where it curved, and it had that little. I don't know if I described that right, but that's what it had on it. Lightsabers. Nothing was cooler than lightsabers. Maybe lifesavers? That was funny. Let's see here. Don't smell that lightsaber. Oh no, stick. I still have my 90s Return of the Jedi green one. Yeah, I think that's the one that popped up about that much. It came above. It was like this and this much of it. But check out that Droids lightsaber if you hadn't seen it. Google that. I should have had a picture of that ready to go. I have a Mace Windu lightsaber. Oh, lightsaber chopstick. I think I've seen that. That's pretty cool. Oh, I didn't talk about Qui-Gon Jinn. I don't remember what his lightsaber looked like off the top of my head. Qui-Gon just... Why? I always people forget about Qui-Gon Jinn. We need to see more of him. I'm hoping with the Obi-Wan show that we at least get Liam Neeson back as a Force ghost, or at least a voiceover as Qui-Gon Jinn. Everybody's like, oh, Hayden's coming back as Anakin. Qui-Gon Jinn. I think that's the one they're going to try to keep under wraps to her watching it, and then we're going to be like, oh my God, Liam Neeson's back. Come on, tell me you don't want to see a Liam Neeson back as Qui-Gon Jinn. That's not true. No one is going to say no to that. No one. We always made pool noodle saber. Oh, I didn't have pool noodle. I don't think that was a thing when I was little, but I know what you're talking about here. And beat each other. We always used to use those tubes. A lot of times it was the tubes that came out of the napkins, in the kitchen. A little smaller, and whenever we found a tube of wrapping paper, we don't care if it still had wrapping paper on it. They would break so easy, though. The worst one was one that popped out for the Power of the Force 2. The R2. I love that R2 with the saber. That's one of my favorite figures. I didn't have that one as a kid, didn't know about it. If I'd known about it, if they made that R2 with the pop-up saber, see, R2, well, this R2 here doesn't have a pop-up saber, but the pop-up, the only thing bad about that pop-up saber is that the way to get it to fit in there, they had to put a little, it's kind of fat at the end, like a raindrop kind of shape at the end of it. It's odd, but I do enjoy that. I love that figure. That was one. I should do a whole video on vintage Kenner figures I would have loved as a kid that came out later in our line. But there'd probably just be the Power of the Force line, so we'll just do that now. Han and Carbonite. Oh, as a kid, that would have drove. Oh, I would have loved that. Luke Stormtrooper. That probably would have been one of my top 3 favorite figures. I didn't see this later in the line. Imperial Dignitary would have been nobody's favorite. I don't care how old you are when that one came out. R2 with the pop-up saber. That whole Power of the Force line is just great. I love the Imperial Gunner. That was really cool, but as a kid, I'd probably be like, that's okay. But I did love the Biker Scout. Biker Scout's one of my favorite. But now we're talking Star Wars toys. We're not talking lightsabers. So, you know what? I kind of missed that the lightsabers came out of the hand, though. I did like that. It's odd that they took that away and then you just held the saber. And it would always fall out when you're playing with it. And at least when it was in the arm, it was always in the arm till you took it out and you lost it. And you had to stick a toothpick in there because you didn't have the lightsaber. Ewan McGregor said he's sorry he didn't ask to have his and bring it home from the set. Yeah, they probably wouldn't even let him. I heard they're really stingy, a lot of movies, about giving people their stuff. But I think Mace Windu, I heard, might have got his. Samuel L. Jackson. Love you, Jumpman. Do you think that the prequels got carried away with all the different lightsaber colors? I don't know about carried away. I mean, prequels got carried away with everything. CGI, the jumping and spinning all around and everything. So, I don't think I got too crazy with it. You know, at least they kept the bread for the bad guys. I don't like that whole thing. It's canon where they put a kyber crystal inside, and if it bleeds, you're a Sith Lord or something. So does that mean like Luke turns good, his lightsaber turns back? What's your favorite lightsaber, Junk Man? My favorite, you might have came in late. I think I talked about it. I'm not sure. My favorite is probably Luke Skywalker Anakin, the one that Anakin hands down to Luke. I know it's kind of the hacky one to say because that's the main one. I just love the look of that handle. Go ahead and tell me that's not a handle. Do you collect any of the Mego Eagle Force? Well, I'm trying to keep this all Star Wars lightsaber related, but I don't have any Eagle Force. Never even seen Eagle Force. I've heard the name, but no, I never had that. We had a pool noodle. Somebody else had a pool noodle. Okay, here. Thanks for the answer. No, the Modern Jedi, no problem right there. I probably missed some of these, but if you want me not to miss it, send me a super chat. Send me a super chat, and I'll be sure to see it because it'll pop up. And I'll say, hey, a super chat. Oh, man, let's see here. If you're going to beat your brother in a fight, I never used a toy lightsaber. I used a Hot-Wheel racing track. Woo! I got a friend that lived down the street. His mom used to spank his ass with one. Oh, excuse me. He used to spank his bottom with one of those. That rubber, they're always orange. I don't know. Even today, they're still orange. But you remember you make your track with it? Woo! She used to wham! Hit them back to the legs with it and stuff. I mean, she would do that around the other kids in their neighborhood, so I can't imagine what she hit him with when there wasn't nobody there. Oh, I mean, we laugh at that back then. You know, we growing up in the 80s, late 70s, we laughed at child abuse, but today it was frowned upon. But yeah, I remember a kid down the road, a guy down the road, he hit all the kids. If you're over his house spending the night, you do something wrong, he'll take his belt off. He never took it off to me, but I've heard the people. Can't imagine that today. Let's see. Okay, how did we get on a topic about that? Okay, let's see here. I read that one. What's your favorite? I read that one already. Chewbacca with a lightsaber. Wouldn't that have been cool? Chewbacca with a lightsaber. Give us that. That's two things I want to see. Chewbacca with a lightsaber fighting another Wookiee. Oh, how about this? Chewbacca with a lightsaber fighting a Ewok with a lightsaber. That would be epic. And a lightsaber duel underwater. I got to have that underwater lightsaber duel. I want to see that one. So, you know, in about 20 years from now, if I'm passed on and dead and they do one, you can say, hey, man, the Junkman would have loved that. Do you have the vintage Kenner lightsabers? No, I don't. At one point, I was like, I'm going to collect lightsabers. That's going to be my thing. I'm going to collect all the lightsabers I can. Well, I need to buy some of those, but, you know, the only lightsabers I really have is those master replicas. That's really cool. I need to get them hanging up or something. A lot of the blades faded on them. Really love those. But I don't have any of the toy lightsabers. Chewbacca's nephew, Lobaka, swung a good saber. I bet he did. Princess Leia should have had one. Well, I guess technically she did in what? Rise of Skywalker, when they go back to that training scene. Here's the odd thing here. Yoda with a lightsaber. Growing up, I never even thought of Yoda with a lightsaber. Why? I played with Yoda. Never put a lightsaber. Never took a Luke lightsaber and put it in Yoda's hand that I remember. I never even thought of Yoda being. I mean, I knew he was a Jedi Master and everything, but I never even thought of Yoda fighting with a lightsaber. But turns out he has one. Go look to your son. Thank you. They just started quarantine. They got a quarantine 14 days before the surgery. So, and if anybody wants to help out with my GoFundMe, you can find the link on my social media and other places, I'm sure. Somebody just donated. I mean, we're really more than I thought we'd ever get. So I want to thank you guys. Did Yoda have his lightsaber on Dagobah? If he did, he had it hidden. He didn't have it on his belt, at least not on the action figure. Now, remember that little thing on his belt? That little triangle looking thing? People always ask me, what is that triangle thing on the Yoda belt? I might do a video on that one. But no, I guess he didn't have one. Now, I'm sure he had his lightsaber. I'm sure he put it up. I mean, why was he? He was living in that swamp, you know, when he got snakes and creatures all around. Happy New Year, Junkman. Happy New Year to you too, Matt from the UK. Let's see. I want to hear some of you guys. You guys tell me what your favorite lightsaber is, or a color you like to see. What's the latest in regards to the Boba Fett rocket jetpack and package? Has it been sold or is it still for sale? I don't even know what you're talking about, dude. Is that you're talking about the firing one? There was one up for auction a while back. Yeah, well, Matt just stole what the lamp, what that little thing was, that little triangle thing was, so I don't even need to do a video on it. Just read Matt. Dark Saber. Is that a lightsaber? I don't know if I like that Dark Saber. It doesn't look that cool to me. But maybe I just need to warm up to it or something. It just seems like they wanted to do a lightsaber, but they didn't have any Jedi, so they made up this Dark Saber so they could have a lightsaber in the show. I hope I come around to it. Maybe I see it more in action. Maybe two sabers hitting each other. I mean, two dark sabers. But I don't know. It just seems like a whole... Does it use a kyber crystal? I'm sure some of you guys know all that. I like the Darth Maul saber, but it didn't retract all the way either. Oh, was it in the 90s? Oh, yeah, they did do one. Radioactive Merman sword. Is that a guy from Masters of the Universe? I remember that figure. Let's see here. Did Yoda? I read that one already. Princess Leia should have had one. Technically, I guess I didn't miss too much over here. I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything, guys. Okay, pretty good right there. Dark Saber from Clone Wars before Episode 1. Dark Saber from Clone Wars before Episode 1. Does it mean Episode 1, The Phantom Menace? That's what I thought. But how could it be Clone Wars before Episode 1? Sorry, Juan. Is that your name? Lost me on that one. Yeah, that guy that wanted $25,000 for it, he was asking way too much for that figure. Way too much. As far as I know, it still hadn't sold. The last I heard. Oh, that's the origin of the Dark Saber. Yeah, I know it's been around for a long time, but I don't know if it has a kyber crystal in it and all that. I love Luke's lightsaber Return of the Jedi. He made it himself. Yeah. Here's a question. We're talking lightsabers. Your training to be a Jedi is now complete because he made a lightsaber. Is that part of? Does that make you a Jedi? Can only Jedis make lightsabers? Because he does. You know, Vader sees it and he sees you constructed a new lightsaber. Your training is complete. First, I don't know who taught him how to build it because I'm sure there were no books laying around. There was no Wikipedia, and Yoda was gone. I guess Yoda wasn't gone then, was he? I guess Yoda wasn't gone. Maybe Yoda helped him. But is it like take something? Do you have to like be part of the Force? Do you have to be, strong with the Force to make the lightsaber? Can anybody make one if they have a kyber crystal? It's probably some of that weird. Ooh, the kyber crystal bleeds, so you're a Sith now. You're gonna turn red. Comes up with that stuff? Who are the ad wizards that come up with this stuff? The Force guides you the Force guides you. Okay, thank you there. Y'all can always help me out because I don't know that EU stuff. I don't know. Most of my Star Wars knowledge is the original 3. Of course, I like the prequels, but I don't know all into it because I was a kid when those came out, so I could dive all into it. And now a lot of the stuff I grew up knowing is gone. Is different. Hammerhead. That's not Hammerhead, that's Mama Muma or something. Oh, that's not Walrus Man, that's Ponda Baba. I always got to change the Power Droid. I'm like, hey, look at the Power Droid. That's not Power Droid, that's Gonk. Oh. Hey, look, it's the Blockade Runner. That's not the Blockade Runner, that's the Tyving 6. See, I don't know why I always got to change everything on me. Yeah, deleted scene for Return of the Jedi where he shows him making his lights. I don't know if he's actually making it, or he's just screwing in the last screw or something. But is that when he finished it? Right outside Tatooine? Hey, Luke, give yourself some time. Finish that stuff up before you at least get to Tatooine. I mean, come on. You had 3 years. I wonder what happened to Obi-Wan's lightsaber. They never told us that. Did Vader take it when Obi-Wan disappeared? Let's see here. Ooh, I dug deep in the EU for years. But the original 3 movies in Carolina are definitely, yeah, I agree with you, Joe. Yeah, it was just, I mean, I read Heir to the Empire, the first one. I actually read the comics of them. I was really into the Dark Empire comics when we talking EU, and of course I was into the Marvel comics back in the day. I missed those. You know, I don't really read the new stuff, so I can't really judge how it is, but the original Marvel, it was just, it was lighthearted. It didn't take itself too seriously. They did silly stuff at times. They did some serious storylines that was really good. But overall, it was aimed for kids my age. And now it seems like the comic books are so serious. And so, it's got to be part of canon. We can't have a talking rabbit. I miss the good old days where we just loose and fun have Star Wars stuff. Didn't all have to fit and interconnect and all that stuff. But I heard Lucas really hated that rabbit. Marvel fucking rocked. I love the Marvel series. The Wheel is a really good series, and there's some really good ones in there. And like I said, even there's just some silly ones. It's just fun to read. I mean, they go back to Tatooine after Empire Strikes Back, before Return of the Jedi. Well, actually, I think it's before Empire Strikes Back, now that I think about it. And they have a prequel issue where it's about Obi-Wan Kenobi when he's a general. Original Marvel with Luke's yellow saber. Was it yellow? I'm trying to remember. I guess it was yellow. So many different colors when it comes to that saber back then. Let's see. Original Marvel. The 3-inch Black Series Return of the Jedi Luke came with the opening. Oh, you can build. Oh, it came with that tool? Oh, that's pretty cool. I don't buy a lot of the new stuff, so I didn't know that. Especially when it comes to the humans. For some reason, I usually get the face wrong. In college, you knew people have made an alternative lightsaber. Drawing tubes. Oh, that sounds pretty cool. The good old days of Star Wars are definitely our canon junk, man. The good old days. I hate to feel, I say it sound like that old man. Back in my day, Star. But yeah. Yeah, it was just a lot. I mean, I love Star Wars now, don't get me wrong, and there's more Star Wars now than there's ever have. But something about that, just that time period where it was just, you didn't need everything explained to you. That's what I hate. Everybody's like, oh, we get a backstory of that. Or, oh, how they explain that? Loophole, plot hole, it's not explained. Oh, they'll do a whole book and explain. You know what was fun about the original movies? It felt like we were picked up in the middle of a story, and any backstory, guess what? We made it up ourselves. We made the story up. Now, there's a few little things we heard here and there. Vader, Obi-Wan fought each other on top of a volcano. That was cool and everything. But yeah, I love that. Wars Man didn't have a background. We didn't even know that doctor's name that hangs out with him. That old ugly face man. Hammerhead didn't have no backstory. Oh. Boba Fett never did nothing. Okay, double telescoping loot snobs. Who is a double? Oh, did I not talk about the double telescoping Luke or Vader and Obi-Wan? Never seen Vader and Obi-Wan. They made them. I had a Luke one, and the saber broke and kind of disintegrated. I hate that because that was probably one of the rarest figures I had. What's your opinion about Rey burying Luke and Leia's lightsaber to get her own yellow saber? She buried. I'm trying to remember now. Did she bury him? Did she take the kyber crystal out of him? I think she did bury him in Luke's homestead. I forgot about that. I don't really have much to add to that. I don't think. I didn't hate it. I mean, you had to do something with them, I guess. I think they belong in a museum, but that's just me. Oh, I didn't know B. Arthur had a light dildo. Well, L-I-G-H-T dildo. It wasn't unheavy. Ray, yes, Gray and what's Ray's new saber look like? I don't even remember. Remember she had that staff and everybody like, she's going to turn it into a double-bladed lightsaber. No, none of the stuff we thought was going to happen happened. Thumb up for Junkman. Thank you, Matt. Thumb up. Randy French. I don't know who Randy French is. Sounds like a wrestler in Germany. She buried them with her tears of a generation. Didn't she? Isn't it great? I mean, I'm not bashing the new movies, but isn't it great how the whole Star Wars saga, it's the Palpatine family that lives on. The Skywalkers are all dead, but Palpatine has a granddaughter. But she took Skywalker's name. I don't know what that counts for. Let's see here. Let's see about She should have buried her head in the sand. Somebody doesn't like Rey. I love Rey. I do like Rey, to be honest with you. I like Rey. I mean, I don't think she's a great character and everything. I like Rey, especially Force Awakens. They could have done so much with Rey. But no, they just, I don't know what happened. And I like The Last Jedi, and I really love Force Awakens, but it's a remake. So I can't like a remake. It's just A New Hope all over again. Exact same story, exact same characters, exact same actors. So, can I enjoy it? That's what I don't understand. They don't take. Did you like The Force Awakens? It's just a remake. And that's not. I didn't ask you if it was a remake. I asked you if you liked it. It's the same story. I didn't ask you. Okay, now we're getting off on a whole new video. Hear me? Okay, let's see what time it is. 40 minutes. Okay. They could have done much with Rey. They could have done a lot with Rey. It would be kind of neat maybe to see Rey turn bad at the end of The Force Awakens, or maybe The Last Jedi halfway through. Something different with her, and then maybe Kylo or someone else, Finn, has to come and turn her back. That would have been interesting. Maybe, or when she died, if they just let her die instead of bringing her back with the Force and everything, that would have been great. Maybe Palpatine knocked up Anakin's mom. Oh, yeah, maybe there's two there. Maybe Rey's mom is a Skywalker and we didn't know it. Maybe Lucasfilm can turn that into canon. You heard me say it here first, so if they do, we're going to sue them. Let's see here. A lot of potential for Disney. Space wizards with glow sticks. I don't know what that is, but that sounds amazing right there. Space wizards with glow sticks. Sounds like an 80s band. I love it. Boba Fett. No, Boba Fett ain't never did nothing. I don't like Boba. Okay, I'm getting on Boba Fett rant. Needed a whole hour of Boba Fett talk. Hell, it might turn that into 2 hours. Anakin is a Palpatine. No, Anakin's not a Palpatine. Anakin's not a Palpatine. No, he's not. I know. Well, Palpatine summoned the Force and got her pregnant. No, we didn't. I don't stick with much canon, but I did read this thing out. It's not canon, so. But I don't know. If he didn't, and then he's not his dad. That's what I say. What's your favorite blaster? Han Solo's blaster, of course. That was my. I like that not speed racer, speeder bike gun. I feel like I'm talking a million miles an hour, am I? Palpatine Palpatine C found purpose. Oh, it found some purpose, all right. Boba Fett froze Han freaking Solo. Boba Fett is cool, man. Boba Fett is the man. Palpatine made him. Let's see here. Yeah, but I've heard that's not canon to the story. But I hadn't looked into it. Like I said, as long as he in. Woohoo! Oh, man, what was that? Aunt Peru was a hottie. Now, I don't know if she was hot or not, but in A New Hope, she's the best dressed. No one talks about how great Aunt Peru's fashion sense was. What's up with that? Did you ever play the original West End games? I bought the West End games around 1988, 89, that book that came out, because it was the only thing I ever seen in the last 5 years of Star Wars at a store, and I couldn't believe it, so I bought it, took it home. I couldn't figure it. I didn't know. It was like, said it was a game. I read it. I was like, this is like a book. I don't see no game here. And I was doing it by myself, so I tried to play it by myself, and it wasn't, so I couldn't get into it. So, no, I never did play it. But I had the book, like the card game. They came out with some like magic card game, but it was Star Wars. Got it. I could never figure that out either. But again, I was playing this stuff by myself. Only the original Star Wars are the best ones. Let me break this down, okay? Let me break this down. Only the original Star Wars are the best ones. I give you that. That doesn't mean the other ones aren't good, but the best ones are the best three. And, I grew up with them in my childhood. Nothing they do is going to beat the original three. I hear people say, hey, the new movie's not as good as the originals. Did you actually go into seeing The Force Awakens, any of those movies, and think that it was going to be on par with the original three? No. If you did, you had your hopes set way high, because I was like, just give me a movie to entertain me. Peru was really hot in her last scene. I get that joke right there. Man, it sounds like something Alien Todd would say right there. Do you like the idea of Obi-Wan show? Obi-Wan I'm excited for. I'm kind of I don't know if I like him fighting Vader. I heard that's going to happen, or they're talking about that might happen. I like the canon that I grew up with, that Vader and they fought each other on a volcano. They didn't see each other again. Vader thought he was dead. They meet up again in A New Hope, and now it looks like they're going to say, oh no, they had one more encounter. That bothers me. I mean, I'm going to have to just accept it, I guess. But overall, I love Ewan McGregor. It's probably one of the best parts of the prequels. And I'm really excited for Boba Fett. Again, I said it earlier, I don't know if he was here. I hope Qui-Gon Jinn shows up. Everybody's all about Anakin showing up. I want Qui-Gon Jinn. Episode 3. Episode 3 with the Franken Vader ending was so stupid. No. Maybe the no. Okay, that part could have been better, but I like that here he is in this suit. He doesn't know how to walk in this suit. He doesn't know how to move in this suit. This is new. This is something totally alien to him. So I think that's one thing they did right, is his awkward movement, his Frankenstein movement. Now, I don't know about the no. Just something about the sound of it. They could have done it better. But, I mean, there's a lot they could have done in those movies better, so just picking that out doesn't really mean much. But he is learning how to move in that thing. If he just stepped out of it like a normal person, he'd be like, hey, he's wearing this suit that's got to weigh a lot. He's got missing legs. He's got robot parts he's activating for the first time. So it's going to be awkward the way he moves and everything. So I have no problem with that. Love your Death Star video. Be great if they did an update one. Or even a Cloud City. Why didn't we get a Cloud City playset? I think a lot of people missed the joke of that Death Star video where it was supposed to be. Here I am saying I'm going to judge which one's the best, make it official, and you can tell throughout the video I'm biased. I thought that was kind of a funny take on it, but a lot of people was like, "Hey, you're biased, man. You biased, man. Hey, Dave, you're biased." But see, anyway, that's what everybody's going to do that. There's always somebody that's going to in comment section. When Obi-Wan says he's more machine now, implies that he must have met Vader at least once more to see him in his... No, it doesn't. He's more machine now. It just means he's heard all the stories about Vader. And he's like, that's not the Anakin I knew. That's not the guy I knew that turned into Darth Vader. He's just nothing but a machine now. That Anakin has to be gone because the Anakin I knew would never do that stuff. He's more machine. So that's why I took it anyway. Hey, Jumpman, Vader versus Boba Fett. Well, you got to take the Force out. It'd be cool, but once you bring the Force into it, then you just pick up Boba Fett and throw him. Does Boss scare you? I don't know if Boss does, but his breath sure does. Hey, Jumpman, how's your son? He's doing good. Doing good. Surgery's in about 2 weeks. They're in quarantine now with his... He's in quarantine with my ex-wife. Good luck, son. Okay, here. Bosk. I love Bosk. Need more Bosk. Bosk better show up in the Mandalorian or the Boba Fett series. Why you hate on repos so much? Check out my videos on them. I talk all day about repos here. Put it this way. I don't know if I hate on them. They're not for me. And they took the fun out of collecting because now when I go to eBay, I was like, oh, is that real? Let me go ask 20 people. Oh, I got 15 different answers. And I don't even hardly buy anything anymore because I don't want to buy fake stuff. I don't understand why you want to. It's like buying a Star Wars poster. You can either buy one signed by the cast and hang it up. And you're like, look, Harrison Ford, Mark Hamill, everybody signed this. Or you get one where somebody down the road just stamped all the autographs on it and hang it up. Which one would you rather have? I'd rather have one that the actual cast signed, hand signed. Some people will be okay with a stamp or some guy named Ted just signing Harrison Ford on a poster. So it's a preference. If I collect stuff, I want the stuff. I want the real stuff. And the way you saw, see, now you got me on a rant about repo. What you do is, if the makers just made it a slightly different color, maybe a slightly different size, everybody, half of the complaining would be over. That's all you had to do. But no, they even sell it. It even passes the float test like a real one. Why would you care if it passed a float test? There's only one reason of that, because you want to sell it to people that's going to buy it and rip people off. There's no reason to make it float. Even when Hasbro brought back the retro figures, they put a little marking on the gun so you could tell and changed them. Okay, now who got me started on that? See what you did? You got me started on that. But it's a preference. You know, I'm not going to sit and yell at somebody if they buy it, but it's just not for me. Oh, okay. I'm through with that rant here. We got about 10 more minutes here. What if you're on a budget? Hey, I'm on a budget and I can't afford a Corvette. Does that mean I should be able to go buy $100? Somebody should make a Corvette that looks just like a Corvette, but it's $100. There seems to be this thing now where it's like, I can't afford it, so yeah, I should buy a rip-off one, or I can't afford it. You know, I needed a Luke Skywalker helmet, and I couldn't afford it. I mean, that helmet alone was like $100, and it took me 8 years putting money aside and saying that money is for a helmet for my Luke Skywalker. So you can buy a fake blue snaggletooth for $80, or you can put that $80 in a drawer. 6 months to a year later, put that $80 in a drawer, and guess what? You got enough for a real one. And then you know what? Maybe when you're laying on your deathbed and your kids are saying, "Hey, I need some money to eat," you can say, "Here, sell this. It's real. I can at least double your money back on it." But I don't care what it's worth. I'm just saying, you know, I'm hoping all this stuff one day, all my time, I can at least leave to my kids, and because I know my kids ain't gonna want it, they can at least get some value out of it. Yes, you enjoy and cherish it more. For me, again, it's just for me. It's my preference. Some people is okay with like an antique handgun. Other people is okay with a replica of that gun. But they don't have the date in them. You don't know how to look for the date. You deserve to be ripped off. Nobody deserves to be ripped off. Just because you can't tell in a picture on the eBay page if something's real or not, you don't deserve to be ripped off. No, I don't think anybody deserves to be ripped off. I have 30. Okay. You gotta get off the repo here. Okay, here. Okay. No more repo stuff. I'm gonna move on here because we're about out of time here, and we're gonna talk lightsabers. We're supposed to be talking lightsabers. You guys haven't even told me what your favorite lightsabers are yet. Why was there no lightsaber battles in the new movie? Disney, what's up? Now I do like the Last Jedi fight with Snoke, and I love that Snoke scene when he's got Rey all forced out and everything. I love that. And I was surprised when they killed Snoke, and I very rarely get surprised at anything Star Wars does. Can we see more Indiana Jones? They make another movie. Or you mean from me? I would love to do more Indiana Jones videos. Just, I do a lot of Star Wars stuff because that seems like the most information you can find. I do some other toys. You can't find as much information about prototypes and stuff like you can in Star Wars. What lightsaber do you think Pablo Dabalo likes? Probably one that makes fanboys cry. That's the lightsaber he would probably use. Favorite saber is Luke's Jedi. Again, everybody likes that one. I like it. It's okay, but I prefer the original Luke Anakin one. Let's see here. I have 30 original Stormtroopers, about 12 original guns. Pretty good. Okay, I'm going to get off the retro. I will go into a whole frenzy on that. Oh, it's just so odd because I remember 90s and 2000s, it was like, don't even talk about it. No one liked Repo. And then everybody's like, oh, give me Repo. Okay, Doctor Who? Somebody wants to know Doctor Who? Oh, let's see. Howdy. No super chats. Everybody is broke on Christmas. No, that's okay. That's okay. I don't need super chats. That you and Obi-Wan freaked me out when you moved. That you and Obi-Wan. Talking about this guy right here. Oh, when I moved, this guy. I love this. It was supposed to be hanging up at Walmart. I took it on. I used to work for a company that put out all the promotional stuff and work for videos and stuff for Walmart. And I had like 10 Walmarts, so I got like 20 of these. I always sent you more. So hey, kept it. Still got some in a box, I think. I was just joking about it. I'll take a super chat, guys. But thank you, Cassie Shadow. $5. Thank you. But don't get me wrong. I'm not here begging for money. Peekaboo. Yeah, peekaboo. Look at the hair. Look at that hair. Look at that. Stormtrooper. Look at her. But thank you, Casting Shadows. I don't like the Empire using kyber crystals for its laser. Yeah, I don't think I like that either. I wasn't a big fan of that either. I mean, I wasn't like, oh my god, I hate it. But I was like, save the kyber crystals for the sabers. Junkman, you are fast becoming one of my favorite. Becoming? I'm not your favorite? Who said that? Hollywood Hogan. Who said that? You deliver type of Star Wars content other channels don't. Well, thank you. That's been my whole goal. Is most of the time, if I'm gonna make a video, if I can't find a way to do it different, I won't even talk about it. That's some things I even want to talk about. I'm not gonna do a video on that because I YouTube search it and there's like 10 other videos about it. Or even He-Man. I was gonna do one about the Wonder Bread He-Man, but I figured that's too well known out there, so I didn't bother with it. Will you bring back Jeremy? I don't know who Jeremy is, but if you want me to bring him back, I will. Who is Jeremy? Geek the Gamer Kid? So many people named Jeremy. Bring back Jeremy. I will bring him back once I love Vader Saber. Yeah, Vader Saber's a really good one. You know, it's made out of that flash handle. I found one of those flashes at an antique store for $50, and I didn't buy it, and it's killing me. I got fired from my job that same day. That's why I didn't buy it. Or laid off. Let's see here. Shout out to Larry Wampa. Larry, where are you? Larry. There's Primetime Charlie. Y'all see Primetime Charlie up there? Likes to watch me vlog. So you can get some tips. Macho Man or Hogan? Macho Man. They should have sold the Emperor's cane. That would be. You know what I would love to have? A gaffy stick. Why hadn't no one done like a good? Well, maybe they have. I ain't never seen it. Like a good gaffy stick. You know, you got all the sabers. And anybody got a 3D printer? Print me Han Solo's Kenner gun. That would be awesome. I'm sure somebody's done that. I think I've seen it before. I like the Bespin gun and stuff. That would be kind of cool to have. And like a life-size Kenner style gun. Probably Han's would be cool, but the best would probably be that bounty hunter type gun. Did you know it came with Greedo and stuff? Not a fan of the new cannon or red crystals. Okay. How old is my channel? Yeah. It depends. I mean, I think it was like 5 years ago when I started, but then I was just uploading like news clips or whatever was the latest about the TV spots from the new films and stuff. So if you go way back to the beginning, it's not really what it is today. Star Wars Black Series True Fix Gaffy Stick. Get me a Gaffy Stick! Let's see here. That would be a repo. Oh, another. See, I said something about Superstar. Now I feel bad for saying 90 days, Larry. When you're hot, you're hot. I'm glad somebody got that joke. I wasn't sure when I do some of these jokes, but that's what kind of jokes I like. I love jokes that are like certain people's gonna get this and laugh. Half of the people's not gonna get it and think it's stupid, and I love that. I love when I can get a joke. There's one more joke inside the action figure news about the blueberry thing, about the standalone fruit. No one's said anything in the comments yet, so I don't think no one's picked it up where it's picked that joke from. So, but I like hiding little jokes in there. Do you have an original Kenner blaster? I got the Han Solo one right up here. If you can see it right there. That's the Han Solo one. I don't have the longer Luke Skywalker one, the Stormtrooper one. I got it right there. I've been thinking about putting it in a frame or something. I've been watching Junkman around 2 years. You probably saw me when I was in the closet. The very first video I did when I did a character, Jonas Grumpy. Grumpy? I think you know the name. But he was a nervous guy and he got a Star Wars box and he opened it. He's all nervous. People comment, hey dude, just calm down. People took it as being serious. And it was a character I was doing, but then I moved on and just say, I'll just do me. When you're not, you're not. That's true. It's not, you're not. Oh, Luke's split it right down the middle. I'm kind of glad some Jerry Reed fans around here. Who made your hanging wall? You mean these right here? These right here? The top one is, well, both of them was bought at, well, I think they both came from Michael. No, yeah, they both came from Michael's craft store. The bottom one lights up. It's the newest one they have. And if you go to Michael's, at the craft store, they have them for buy one, get one free. They are a little expensive. I think they're like $80, but they buy one, get one free. I think you can buy them online and it's half off. So if you're going to get one, go there and get two of them. The other one came from Michael's years ago, and I don't think they make that size anymore. But you would get the bottom one. The bottom one has hinges. It opens up and everything and lights up. That's the one you want. They also make this, see if I can point to it right. This display here, I'll put my pops in. I need to put something else in it, but it's got a platform for your figures. So that's pretty cool too. It lights up also. And again, buy one, get one free. So I bought this one here and then got this one for, actually I think I paid for that one. Equal or lesser value, right? And I got that one free. So check it out if you got on Michael's. Looks great. Do you display originals? Are you displays? My display is original. Well, the box is, I don't know. You lost me on that one. Jeremy is the museum. Oh, Jeremy, yeah. Yeah, Jeremy, my collector. That was going to be a whole series when I went around looking at collectors, but I only did one. He keeps asking me to come back up. I need to come back up another video with Jeremy. Yeah. Sorry, Jeremy, I forgot your name. I know like 5 Jeremys. What's your Gentle Giant Boba Fett? I picked 3 Gentle Giant figures the other day. Man, you found 3 of them? Yeah, was it? Where is my Boba Fett? I guess my Boba Fett's somewhere else. Yeah, I got the Boba Fett. Where is it? Good question. I think it's in the closet. When I moved, I still got stuff in the closet and everything. I got this thing right here. I need to get something on this side of the room to put stuff on. Having this side. You want to hear something sad? Here I am, almost a 30-year-old man. I don't have a bed. I sleep on the couch. Why? Because I want to make room for my studio. Ain't that crazy? People are like, you gotta have a bed. You gotta have a bed. I guess I should put the channel first. I'm going to get a bed. I just don't know where to put it because I got all this stuff here to do videos with. Okay, man, I missed this. What was your first Star Wars figure? I got it at Zayre's. I think, if I remember correctly, it was 3PO, I believe. 3PO. It was around 78, so it's foggy memory, but I remember me and my brother going, and he was like, ooh, I was going to get Obi-Wan, and he was like, oh, don't get that one. Get this one. It's 3PO. Look how cool it is. So I got it because my brother said it was cool, and then in the car he told me, haha, I had 3PO stupid. I didn't want you to get Obi-Wan because I wanted to get it next time we went to Zayre's. Haha. And I think that was my first, at least that's my first memory. It's odd that I can remember Zayre's, the store. I can remember where they were hanging in the store and everything. Or at least I think I do. No, I don't have the rope for my Death Star over there. Oh, no, I don't. That's about the only thing it's missing. It's got the foam, but it's in a Ziploc bag, and I'm scared to touch it. I'm going to try, when we hit 20,000 followers, I'm going to try to give away a loose Death Star playset. My first 2 was Vader and Stormtrooper. You bought it at Zayre's too. Hey, maybe you bought it at the same Zayre's. I doubt it, though. Are you a Boba Fett fan club member? No, I'm not in any fan club. The only fan club I ever belonged to was Hank Williams Jr. fan club. And I think I was in the Randy Travis fan club for a while there. And that was it when I was like 16. Everybody else was in the Guns N' Roses fan club, Motley Crue fan club, Boys to Men fan club. Who was I into? Randy Travis fan club. I did love some Randy Travis though. Do you remember the Gaylords? Gaylord. Nah, do you remember Gaylords? I don't know what Gaylords is. I bought. Is that a store? I think I remember Gaylords now that you said it. Have you seen the deleted Luke lightsaber scene? Is that the one where he builds his lightsaber? I might have. But on the other hand, there we go. Somebody knows what I'm talking about. Kiss Army here. Kiss Army. Now I was a big Kiss. That late 70s, I was really into Kiss. Peter Criss was my favorite. How come you hate? That's not to me. I picked up a Gentle Giant Empire Han. That's pretty cool. Those Gentle Giants are pretty cool. They're just kind of expensive. Have they done a Gentle Giant of the Imperial Gunner? That would be awesome one, I think. I don't want to belong to any club that would have me as a member. Great quote. Can't remember who said it, but I remember that one right there. Kiss Army fan club. I should have been in the Kiss Amy fan club. Maybe one day. Kiss rules. Beth. Beth was my favorite song. Don't judge. I love this. Oh, thank you, Silver Phoenix. Oh, Silver Phantom X. Sound like a good comic book from the 60s. Taco Bell is awesome. Taco Bell is awesome. Not going to lie, but they had a chili cheese burrito and they got rid of it and they didn't even tell me. It was just gone one day. In all seriousness, I love your videos and keep up the great work. Thank you, Silver Phoenix X. Have you ever ordered anything from the Entertainment Earth? And this, I don't think I have anything for Entertainment Earth. I think that's where I pre-ordered my retro Mandalorian figures, though. So we'll see. I don't think, honestly, I don't think I've bought them. Usually, if I can't find it in a store, unless it's something I just dying to have, I don't buy it. But that's just me because I don't buy much new stuff. Let's see here. You know, most of the time if I see something new and it's because I see it, I'm like, it's in my hands. Like, I gotta have this. Gotta have you. I gotta take you home. Did you mail away for the original Boba Fett back then? No, I don't think we did. I say we because me and my brother kind of shared everything when it came to Star Wars back then. I don't remember mailing. The only one I remember mailing all for was the Emperor, and it never showed up. Never showed up. I was checking the mailbox all the time. It never showed up. I don't know why we didn't send off for Boba Fett. Peace, love, and Blue Star, brother. Oh, the UZ Blue Star. Come and stay with me if you visit the UK. Hey, if I ever can get to the UK, I'll do that. Not sure. I might say mom, and they might, well, it's not mom, it's mum. They might tell me to kiss their arse. I don't know if I'll fit in over there. They'll love my southern accent over there. Hey guys, where's the queen and her underpanties? Okay. Star Wars 6 toy. Is it a thing? I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. Any news from your source about the OT? I did a video about the retro figures. From what I'm hearing now, I haven't done a video on this update. Yeah, they're going to do more. A lot of people are saying the Mandalorian ones are going to be the ones for 2021. But I'm hearing that no, they're still working on a Jedi or best of line. They hadn't decided. But we should know something around the time frame of Toy Fair, which is January or February. Should know something then for sure. But I've heard they canceled Toy Fair. But they'll probably do some kind of online event and stuff. Oh yeah, the Boba Fett Adidas. That would be good. I've seen those. Groucho Marx said that quote earlier. Thanks. I remember that quote. Heard it a lot. Peter Criss. Oh, Beth was a Peter Criss song. I love Peter Criss. Not official. No, it was officially Kiss. No. Who said that? Who has said that? Casting shadows. No, he was in his makeup. He was with Kiss. He even sung it on the Phantom of the Park movie. He was part of Kiss. It's on the album. Destiny. Destroyer. It's on that. That's where his original album is. It's on that album. The best Kiss album there is. Destroyer. If you think of a Kiss song, it's probably on that album. My brother had that album. He had a puzzle of that album. I love that album. I had Love Gun. That was the album I had. I only bought it because, hey, look, I got a Love Gun. Don't you love Kiss? And he's like, no, I'm over that now. And I was like, but I love Gun. I was going to make you impressed. Okay, sorry. Cara Dune is Hoyt. She is Hoyt. Do you own an Atari? Did I own Atari back in the day? Yeah, man. Atari. Adventure. Best game ever. Adventure. Then we got the Raiders of the Lost Ark game I love. I got a video of me playing it now as an adult. Love that game. Oh, man. Atari, yeah. Dodge 'em. Maze Craze. E.T. Pitfall. That's a good one there. Vintage Blasting. Don't Google that either. I'll take your word for that. I Love Gun. Yeah, the album by Kiss. Love Gun. I ordered at least 2 of the mail-aways. Anakin, and they never arrived. Sad. Adventure in the Dot. I could never find the Dot. I remember my brother, like back in the mid-'80s, right around when he was still playing Atari, he could get the Dot. And I was like, how do you find out about this stuff? I mean, there wasn't no internet then, but he knew about it. Do I have every action figure? I have every vintage Star Wars Kenner figure, not counting the droids and the Ewok line, the movie line. I have them all. 4 of them's not complete. And I need to get off my ass. I've had them all since 1998, I think. And 4 of them's not complete. 4 of them's not complete, and I need to do that. How big are your t-shirts? They do have a 3XL, but all that t-shirt is handled by that website. I just put a link there and make the shirt, and I get a cut of the money. So you'll go. But they do have 3XL. I've seen it there. The Empire Atari game, isn't that an odd game? Empire, because there's no way to win. Think about it. Remember that game? There's no way to win. Either it ends when you lose all your lives, or it ends when the AT-ATs get to the rebel base and destroy it. Can you think of any other video game like that? Either way you play it, you're gonna lose. It's odd. What are your future videos? I'll be honest with you, a little secret here. 9 out of 10 times it's, what can I make a video on? I don't know what to do a video about. I think I'll do that. I mean, there's some others in my head. It's like, okay, let me look into that, and then I do it. But most of the time, it's not really planned out that much, believe it or not. I mean, I've got some I want to get around to in my head, but I don't like talking about them too much because then somebody else might make the video, and then I won't never do it. Somebody might say, oh, yeah, I like that, and then they'll run out and make it, and then I'll never do it. Because I don't like doing something most of the time when it's already been done. Richard Simmons should have had been Richard Simmons, Kylo Ren. That's all. You don't need to add any more to that. Need a Menudo game for the Xbox. I know you didn't say Menudo. I'm just messing with you. Why is there no Mando game? It just writes itself for a video game. I want to see a game that's done like GTA, because that's like the only current game I know. What they call that, open world or something? My son knows all that. Do you display your vintage Star Wars figures? How? Like that right there. 1, 2, right there. Right there. And then the rest of them's in a little box here. Y'all have seen my box probably before. Most Atari games had no ending. That's true. Most of them didn't even have an ending. Unless it was Maze Craze. Maze Craze had an ending, that's for sure. Yeah, I'm sure Mando games are coming. I want one of that Star Wars Lego game. I love those Star Wars Lego games. Should do Empire and Jedi watch along. Yeah, I might do the Empire one this weekend. I meant to do it last weekend, but you know, this is the first time I made a video like 9 days in a row, and sometimes 2 times. So I've done a video every day. I think I took a day after Christmas off, and I've done a video every day since then. I don't think you can get a video tomorrow, but I didn't think you were going to get a video yesterday. You know, I recorded the action figure show Saturday night, Sunday morning, and I thought that was going to be it. And then here I am, 8 o'clock at night, making a video about a Death Star. Buy Junkman merch. Junkmanmerch.com. There you go. Okay, guys, we're 13 minutes over the hour mark. Let me know. Come back, or let me know in the comments and stuff if you like Star Wars Mondays. I don't know if I like it. I like doing a topic with a little pre-roll film. This one messed up and everything. So I like doing that. And I think next week's going to be Marvel. We're going to talk about the Marvel comics. In fact, I might go get my Marvel comics, my original. This ain't it. This is Dark Horse crap. I like Dark Horse, the early stuff. But this is classic, based on the Marvel stuff. I use it as a mouse pad. But it has a sleeve on it. So I think next week we're going to talk Marvel comics. I'm actually bringing my Marvel comics with me, so we can look at the covers and talk about each cover or something. It might be a lot of fun doing that. Might have to break that into more than one part because there's 105 of them. 107, 105? 106 on run. Anyway, I want to thank you. Thank you so much again for the super chats, so for watching, for thumbing up. All the support for the channel. It's been a really good year. It's really grown a lot this year. We're hoping 2001 that we're going to grow even more. We're about to hit 20,000 followers, and then you can win a Death Star playset. Is that it? Is that it? Where's my out intro? I don't have an out intro. I didn't bring it. I'm going to have to end it with the opening again. Anyway, thank you. Thank you again. Love this format, Junkman. Keep it up. Thank you. Rerun 107, awesome issue. I don't like the drawing in it, but I can't remember the storyline. Let me read some really fast. I've already 6 down this week. Take care, Junkman. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. I like the live show. Bye from Cowl the Ewok. I didn't know that was you. Where is Larry the Wampa? He's taking a nap backstage. I already bought it. Bye, man. Keep it. Love your channel. One more super chat for 99 cents. Didn't even know you could do 99 cents. I don't care if it's 1 cent. Thank you so much. Don't forget to press the like button. Smash that like button, as Jawa would tell you. As Primetime Charlie would tell you, smash that like button. Okay, they're so much fun. Feels like chatting with good friends. Thank you. Okay, guys, I'm out of here. Maybe Friday night we'll do a long version and talk longer. Was that it? I'm going to give you instead of an outro, I'm going to give you the intro again. Thanks, guys. See you next Monday or videos throughout the week. Woo! Shit, man, my mouth is dry.